This is a physical object from the 15th century. It is bound in heavy vellum, calfskin prepared by hand, and survives today as one of history's most defiant mysteries. The pages feature botanical illustrations, but the biology is wrong. These plants have twisting roots and mismatched petals. Beneath them is a dense script. The confident pen strokes mimic a real language, yet no one can read it. In the middle of the book, the subject shifts to biology. These pages show naked women submerged in pools of green liquid, all connected by strange, organic-looking tubes. Further in, we find astronomical charts. We see suns and moons, but the constellations and star clusters they map out do not match the sky above our planet. Carbon dating of the vellum confirms it was created between 1404 and 1438. But in the 600 years since, we have failed to identify the author, the language, or the purpose of the work. In the late 1600s, Holy Roman Emperor Rudolph II bought the manuscript for 600 gold ducats, roughly $100,000 today. He was obsessed with the occult and believed the book held ancient hidden secrets. The book then passed to alchemists in Prague, like George Barish. Barish spent his entire life trying to decode the script, eventually begging scholars in Rome for help. It was eventually sent to Athanasius Kircher, the most famous linguist of the 17th century. Kircher, who claimed to read dozens of languages, couldn't decipher a single character and eventually hid the book away. For the next 250 years, the manuscript sat forgotten inside a dark Jesuit vault in Rome, disappearing from the historical record. In 1912, Polish book dealer Wilfried Voynich rediscovered the manuscript in a dusty trunk. Like those before him, he became consumed by the text, spending his remaining years in a fruitless search for its meaning. The manuscript functions as a psychological trap, consuming the lives of the brilliant men who believed they could master it. After World War II, cryptographers were confident. They had successfully broken the most sophisticated machine ciphers in history, including the German Enigma and the Japanese Purple Code. William Friedman, the man who broke the Purple cipher, turned his attention to the Voynich text. He assembled an elite team of analysts to crack it, but after decades of study, they admitted defeat. Other legendary figures joined the list of failures, including British Army Brigadier John Tiltman and Alan Turing, the architect of modern computing. The United States government eventually aimed the entire signals intelligence apparatus of the NSA at the manuscript. They ran the text through early mainframes, only to receive 0 results. William Friedman's only career failure was a code written by someone who died 600 years before he was born. The Voynich manuscript is the only code in history to defeat the combined efforts of the world's greatest cryptographic institutions. It remains an anomaly in the history of information. Researchers hoped the illustrations would provide context for the text. Instead, the images offer more questions than answers. The scale of the botanical mystery is massive, 113 detailed plants that every botanist agrees have never existed on Earth. The bathing scenes in the biological section are equally strange. They depict women in green water connected by a network of pipes that look more like organic veins than machinery. The cosmological section contains massive fold-out diagrams. These rosettes show complex, interconnected structures that resemble maps of impossible fortified cities or alien star systems. Today, the original book is kept at Yale University, inside the windowless stone walls of the Beinecke Library. While the university has made high-resolution scans available to everyone, looking at them brings no understanding. The alien nature of these drawings suggests the author recorded a hallucinatory reality or a private synthetic world that existed only in their mind. Experts have proposed several explanations: an undiscovered natural language, a complex cipher, a lost dialect, or glossolalia, the written record of a mystical trance. The most cynical theory is that the book is a hoax, meaningless scribbles designed to trick a wealthy 15th century buyer. But the mathematics of the text suggest otherwise. This chart shows Zipf's law, the statistical word frequency found in every real human language. When we plot the Voynich text, it follows this curve with precision. To fake this hidden statistical distribution by hand across 240 pages in the 1420s, without the aid of modern computers, would have been nearly impossible. This mathematical structure proves the text contains real meaning. Its persistence for 6 centuries suggests cryptographic complexity far beyond a simple street-level con. In 2025, researchers attempted the ultimate modern solution. They fed the manuscript into a massive AI language model trained on 37 million historical texts. After 14 months of analysis, the AI managed to cluster the topics, but it could not translate a single word. It reached the same wall as every human before it. 6 centuries ago, an author using quill and ink created a system that remains silent in the face of our most advanced digital analysis. We are left to wonder what the author was trying to hide and who they were hiding it from. Whether the manuscript is a complex cipher or a lost language remains an open question. We have the data, but we still lack the message. Let me know your theory in the comments.